Kim Porter wasn't lying. Everything that Kim Porter said about P. Diddy, it was true. I want everybody to throw the 222s down in the comment section for Tupac, because everything that went on inside that mansion, this is where he planned and plotted to get Tupac inside of the house. Everybody saw this was the main reason why Kim Porter stayed her distance away from him, but she knew for a fact that she had kids by him. She knew that she still signed that NDA. Anytime you sign an NDA, this all will make it to where he has your everything, depending on what's inside of the NDA that P. Diddy had in the small print. Everybody saw that P. Diddy, he had Cassie put up. He didn't want Cassie leaving out. He didn't want Cassie revealing nothing that went on. But from what Kim Porter left behind, R.I.P. Kim Porter, let me know if y'all a fan of Kim Porter. What was on them tapes? The feds said that since the feds went in P. Diddy's house, they took $10 million in cash and $60 million in jewelry. This is something that P. Diddy thought that he was going to be able to sit back and keep everything that he gained from these people who he took all this stuff from.
But all of this has proof on it that support the allegations against P. Diddy. And if you don't know what that is, go look it up. But it's shocking. He is supposed to be one of the most prominent figures in the United States of America, the most beloved bishop, and yet this is what he's running around doing. Cassie was persuaded by her husband to turn in this evidence with Kim Porter's burner phone, her USB cords, and possibly a computer. These evidence will bring to light whether the allegations to T.D. Jakes and P. Diddy are true or not.
Everything that we know, everything that we saw, a lot of people is put behind bars because of this. A lot of people hasn't even been investigated because P. Diddy, he still has them under his wing. He's still trying to protect the little people that really, he gave the tapes to the people that he know. And I want everybody to know that he was trying to basically give Cassie to everybody who come into the mansion. Cassie didn't want to do that because all Cassie knew was P. Diddy was her man. You can't go out like that. In Young Miami, by her even getting in this situation, Young Miami, she knew for a fact that you should have never walked into this situation, because P. Diddy did it to Cassie, Kim Porter, he did it to J-Lo, he did it to all these women. And next thing you know, you come with him and you don't believe that the allegations is true. No, at the end of the day, we know for a fact the way that they bound them down to that mansion, it was over with. This is why the feds is investigating this whole situation, this whole case. The feds is looking at this as if it was casualties to what happened to Tupac. All ties in and intertwines with what happened with Cassie and Kim Porter. J-Lo said that these the same feds that been investigating him for years. This is why she fell back. Any woman that's with him at that time, they're going to be the ones who go down for accessory, because they knew what was going on. They knew P. Diddy set up Tupac. They knew that the footage that showed T.D. Jakes inside of that mansion, them was the same tapes that they had Cassie and them on. I want everybody to understand, this is something that Cassie didn't want to get out there. She got, and we know that the feds ain't gonna play no games as soon as they move in on P. Diddy. They took everything.
At the end of the day, Cassie had a really hard decision to make turning in the evidence. She turned in Kim Porter's burner phone, USBs, possibly a computer.
Snoop Dogg said that he never went to the freak-offs, but every time P. Diddy had a party, he always invited Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg said he already didn't want to be around him because of what happened with Tupac. I want y'all to throw the 222s down in the comment section. Let me know if you're a fan of Tupac. Let me know if you're a fan of Kim Porter and Cassie. Everybody saw how Suge Knight got arrested right after this happened with Tupac. Everybody know that as soon as Greg Caden came out, he said that Mike Tyson, he was the main one. He talked to Tupac the same night. He talked to Suge Knight. These the same people who basically, they was together inside of the venue. As soon as they started fighting, this is where Orlando proceeded to basically call his uncle. And if a lot of people not familiar with who his uncle is, it's the famous Keefe D, who tried to take everything that happened with Tupac and tried to basically, he act like he the one that did it, and then tried to rekindle the statement. Everybody know that Von Zip and them, they gave $1 million to the homies. Keefe D, he knew what went on in them mansion parties. He was right along with what happened with TD Jakes. And we know for a fact that Cassie is the main one who told TD Jakes like she don't wanna be involved with him. She don't wanna talk to him. P. Diddy made her do it.
At the end of the day, it's such a sad situation because this is such a beloved person of our community, you would think. He is known to be the beloved bishop. Like, everybody goes to this man for advice and goes to him to seek out guidance, and this is what he's doing. He's supposed to be a pillar of the community, and he's out here using and taking advantage of situations that are not conducive to a man of righteousness. It is so sad what Cassie has had to go through these situations with P. Diddy. He has humiliated her beyond belief. The retribution that she did receive probably doesn't even compensate for everything that she had to go through. And it's so sad that this is only a monetary case and it can't be a criminal case, because this man deserves to be locked up beyond life. He should spend the rest of his life in prison for everything that he has done, every indiscretion that he has done towards women, possibly, who knows, these freak-offs, they can include even. They can include women, adults, men. It's whatever that night calls for, whoever wanders into the party pretty much. Obviously, it's by invite. But if you're on their scope, there's a possibility you're going to be there. They say that they were grooming young ladies to become the next person that they were going to take advantage of. There's so much evidence that points into these indiscretions. The reasons that they are not locked up don't make sense. There's no stipulation of time limitation. So for one, we still have Tupac's situation hanging over his head. He definitely was a part of that situation, whether he fully sent off the command to have him executed or he was just a part of it, he was still a part of it. Association is guilt.
Everybody know that the casualties to this whole situation, it led back to them finding out that TD Jakes, he was the one who Cassie said that P. Diddy did that to her. They was the main ones who basically put everything down into play. This should have never went on with these ladies. These ladies didn't deserve to go out like that, and they had to sign NDAs. This is something that could really affect everybody because the trauma, the mental stability of these women, it's like, I want to really send my blessings out to these women because what P. Diddy did to them, it was very unholy, because sometimes you have to sit back and look at it like, P. Diddy, he could have been went down for what he did to J-Lo. J-Lo left him for one reason, because he was over-aggressive.
And any woman of a sound mind isn't going to tolerate that type of behavior. At the end of the day, this man made indiscretions that should never have happened. When you put substance abuse into a situation, it brings out a whole nother side of a person, and his other side is horrible. I don't know what his personal side is, but he presents a good persona. But obviously, his other half becomes something entirely different, a different, even like a possession has taken over him when he's under the influence. And the things that he does to these women is absolutely out of this world horrible. And them forcing them to have other men, it's horrible.
If P. Diddy would have never went out there and put his life on the line, this would have never been coming back to him like this. The feds bust P. Diddy. Cassie, she released new allegations, said that TD Jakes, he played a part in everything that went on. Cassie, she stated that TD Jakes, he commenced in everything that went on inside of the mansion. As soon as they reviewed the tapes showed that.
There's no other way to describe it. And the fact that he is not in jail and is still out there as a predator, who's next?